Hello, welcome to Storybook Crafts from the Alameda Free Library. Today we're going to be making something that was inspired by the book Antiracist Baby by Ibram X. Kendi. Now, this may look like an ordinary board book to you for young children, but I believe this book has a message that is resonant with any age. And I've come up with a craft that I think exemplifies some of the ideals in the book. So the book says that there are 9 steps to make equality a reality. This unity ring, we can think about those 9 steps as we make this adorable craft to remind us of togetherness, unity, and kindness. So what do we need to make this unity ring? I've used a pizza round. So if you have a frozen pizza or a to-go pizza that comes with this pizza round and it's nice and clean, save it. If you don't, you can use instead a large piece of cardboard, take a big bowl, trace the bowl, and then cut that out. All right, so a pizza ring is great. If you don't have that pizza round, rather, not pizza ring, but a pizza round, then you can use cardboard. Just use that big bowl, trace it, and cut it out. Cutting cardboard can be a little tricky, so if you don't have that pizza round, I'll show you a little trick to cutting that circle out. It may seem easy enough to do, but as you go around, if your scissors aren't quite big enough to keep going around, hold the cardboard down a little bit as you cut. So that way you'll keep your circle round as you're cutting it, but you'll find it much easier to cut in a circle on that corrugated cardboard if you fold it down a bit as you go around. And even smaller scissors should work just fine. So as it gets tougher, fold it down and then continue to cut. All right, so here is my piece of cardboard. What else will we need? We will need 3 pieces, at least for me it's 3, because my hands are small, 3 pieces of scratch paper and a pencil. And then scissors, glue, and if you have skin color markers, like if you have a set of skin color markers, that's great. Otherwise, I've used markers that are in all different shades of brown, pink, tan, all different shades here. So I've used, and I'm using them in a combination. All right, so skin colored markers are great. If you don't have those, find different shades of brown markers or crayons or pencils will do, and 1 red one. We need a pencil to trace our hands on that scratch paper. So my hands are small. 3 of my handprints fit on 1 piece of paper, if I'm creative about it. So I'll show you here. I've got 1 piece, or rather one piece of scratch paper, 1 handprint here. It's okay if it's a little messy at first. We're gonna clean it up with our coloring a little later. Then I can do, let's see, I wanna be creative and fit as many handprints on 1 piece as I can. I'll do a second handprint here. And that way I'll be able to fit in a 3rd. Maybe I'll do it, let's see. I want to make sure it fits. There we go, it should fit right. I did it before, I can do it again. 1 there, yeah, let's see, I'm gonna start here. So you can be creative about this too and find a way to fit 3 handprints on there. If you can't fit 3 on 1, then do 2 on 1. And in that case, you need 9 of these handprints. So fill up as many scratch papers with 9 handprints, 9 of your own. Okay, so trace your hand 9 times. Then, once you've got them traced, you're going to color them in. There's all my 9 traced. I'm gonna set those aside, and now I've colored them in. And as you can see, when I color it in, I go around the borders first. Here's the messier lines. I can turn that off so you can see better. Here's the messier lines of my pencil. I've gone around with the marker and just cleaned it up. so it doesn't look as messy. Tracing your hand looks easy. It's a little wiggly actually. So color these in all different shades. You can see here I've used a combination of 2 different colors to come up with a different skin shade. Here's 3 different browns, some of them in combination. So that's a couple of different markers on each one. This one's only 1, this one's 2, this one's 2 others. Here's 3 more. All right, so color them in, then of course cut them out. And once you have each cut out, you'll set them aside. Here's all mine. They got a little wrinkly, but that's okay. I'll straighten them out. So set those aside once you've got them cut out. Go slowly and carefully as you cut. I'll demonstrate with one. I always go slowly and carefully. If there are some pencil marks that you don't want on there, you can either cut them away or you can go over your paper first with an eraser before you cut it, but always go slowly and carefully when you cut. That way you won't cut off any fingers, the real ones or the paper ones. Of course, you're not going to cut off your own finger with scissors, but you might give yourself a nick if you're going too fast. When you are slow and careful with your scissors, you can avoid most mistakes. And guess what? If you happen to cut one off by accident, that's okay. We are gluing. We have glue and tape. We can fix it. No need to redo. Use what you've got. Even if there's a little mistake, you can always make that work. All right. My hand is nearly cut out. And I can always go around and fix any places that I want to with those scissors later. It gets a little tricky when you get to the smaller fingers. Sometimes it's easy to cut the paper away and then go around. You don't have to do it all in one fluid cut. You can cut it out in segments. All right, and the last little bit. There we go. And of course, I've got mine prepped already, so I have all my handprints right here ready to go for the second to last step of this unity ring. So what we need next is that cardboard. And here's my finished unity ring again. I've made the background look like a little like the earth. I've used the colors of the earth. So I've got blue in the background. I've got a little green in there. You may, of course, use any color you like. I liked mine looking a little like the earth. So I've got my cardboard and I've got some blue scratch paper and I've got some green scratch paper and I've got some other little bits here. And I will go ahead and cover the circle first with the shapes and colors that I like. And they don't have to match up perfectly. I'm gonna lay them down here and see how I like them. This one's kind of big. Let's see, I'll go for a smaller green there. There we go. Doesn't have to really look like the earth. It's just kind of to get those colors around. All right, I like that. I've covered the cardboard with color from the paper. Now I'll go ahead and glue that down. Move these aside. All right, where's my glue? I'm going to use glue stick today. And I'll go ahead and put the glue on the back of the paper. You can see I'm using scratch paper. If you don't have colored scratch paper and you want to add color, just use white scratch paper and color it yourself. That would be a really nice effect too. All right, there's one. Remember, I'm probably going to go back in and cut around the edges a little later. Here's my second one that was going to go down. Glue right on the back of the paper. And lay that down here. And the third one. Ooh, actually, I don't need those little pieces. I'm going to just use these 3. I love that. I think it looks very earthy. All right, there we go. And now I'll go in. Actually, maybe I'll put those small pieces right here. I like that. I'm going to do that right there. That looks cute. All right, the green one is going to go here, and then this one's gonna go right there. And I'm done with the color. Now I can flip the cardboard over and cut away the pieces that I don't want. Just get rid of those edges right there. There we go. And when you are cutting paper that has a little glue on it, just be careful that your scissors don't get too gunky. You might want to go give them a rinse after, or have a second pair handy just in case they get a little sticky. Okay, so I've got my circle. It's all ready to add handprints to. Go ahead and get rid of that scratch paper. Very cute. Very earthy. Actually, kind of looks like a pond. All right, so we have our 9 handprints. I'm gonna arrange them in a random pattern. I tried to kind of mix them up here as far as the different shades, and I'm gonna lay them down first to see how I like their placement. We'll need a pencil too, so I'm gonna lay these all the way around. There we go. Until I fill up the whole thing. And I lay it down first before I add the glue because I may want to move things around a little. See how they go. All right, I like that. I think that's a pretty good arrangement. And to remind myself where I put them, since I can't glue on top and just spray it and have it done, I will use a pencil to mark where each of the palms is. So here's one palm. So just go around on your paper here. This is how you'll know where you had all of these placed. A little mark on the outside to let you know where each palm is going to get glued down. And I think this is my last one here, right there. All right, so I'll go ahead and pick them up in the same order that I laid them down so I don't lose my order there. Now we're gonna glue these handprints down, starting with this first one. Again with my glue stick, I'm gonna put the glue on the back of the handprint. And I'm not gonna glue up the fingers, not yet. Just a little bit on the fingers, but not all the way, because I'm gonna intertwine the fingers in a moment so that some of them overlap the others. So let's focus only on getting glue on the palms right now. And then we'll place those down on our circle. Okay, right there. I'm going to turn that a little so it meets up with my circle. This one's going to be right here. It's nice to have those reminders of where all the palms are going to go. Right here. Oh, I'm loving this so far. So cute. And next palm was here. There we go, the next one. And just 2 more. Right here. And the very last palm, there over my circle. And I'll make that one go back this way. And that's when I can start intertwining these fingers. Now you can glue them down if you like, or you can let them kind of flow. I kind of like that flow, so I may not even glue them down to each other. I'll just intertwine them and leave them that way. Let's see, overlap them a little bit here and there. This one can go there. Oh, actually those do great on their own. There may be some places where they overlap, and there may be some places where they don't. These actually look pretty good just like that. I like it. I think this will be the top up here, This will be the top of my unity ring. This will be the bottom. You can see once you've finished how you like yours. So that's going to be the top. This is going to be the bottom. And the last little bit, take a little bit of that scratch paper left over from cutting out your handprints. So if I were to cut all of those out, then I would have this piece left. And let's get some browns on there. I'm just going to go ahead and scribble. This is one of those projects that you get permission to scribble, which I find really satisfying sometimes. Go ahead and scribble some colors on there. Get a nice combo. Get it all the way around. And once you're happy with your colors, then you're going to cut out your heart. Fold the paper in half. And if you've never cut a heart out of paper before, here's how you do it. Take your scissors, go from the closed edge there, cut around, and then make a little indentation for the last part of the cut, and you have a heart. And here's where our red marker comes in. Let's do just the edges in red, just to give it a little definition there. Okay, I am ready now for that last piece. Now in my example, I put the heart right in the middle. I think I like that here too. I was thinking maybe at the top, but I think it's still going to go right in the middle. So I need a little bit of glue on the back of the heart. And I am done with my unity ring. There we go. I hope you enjoy making yours, and as you work on it, be mindful of kindness, unity, togetherness, and all the work we have to do to be an anti-racist society. Thanks for tuning in. Have fun making your storybook crafts, and see you next time. Bye.